Hey guys, what is going on? Anthony with Pistons Talk. You know what we're doing today? We're doing a mock draft reaction video. That's the only time you'll really see my face because I'm usually doing 2K voiceovers. But I wanted to update you guys on the NBA draft. I guess it's not going to be happening in October. The NBA draft is expected to take place in mid-November now, so we have to wait even longer. So I wanted to update you guys on that news, but we're going to get into this reaction video. This is from NBC Sports, and they did a mock draft about, I think this is 8 days old, so I'm sorry I didn't get to it sooner. I don't like to, like overdo these mock drafts. Some of you guys like it, some of you guys don't, but we're going to get right into it. So with the first pick in the NBA draft, they have the Minnesota Timberwolves selecting LaMelo Ball. Now, I feel either LaMelo Ball or Anthony Edwards will be the first pick in the draft with the T-Wolves. I don't think LaMelo Ball is a good fit with the Timberwolves. You just traded for D'Lo this deadline. And pairing LaMelo Ball as a two-guard, I think that's very experimental. Maybe the T-Wolves do it if they want to sell tickets when we can actually go in arenas again, but I want to see LaMelo have his own team, and I don't think Minnesota's it. So number 2 is the Golden State Warriors, as you guys know, and they have Anthony Edwards. I think if Minnesota drafts LaMelo, Golden State keeps their pick and they get their guy. Golden State has been reportedly very high on Anthony Edwards as a prospect, and for you guys that know me, I'm really high on him as a prospect too. I think he has all the potential and he has all the physical tools to be a two-way wing in this league. I kind of reminds me of a Bradley Beal type of player. I think he's that kind of talent. So Golden State at 2 with Anthony Edwards, I do agree with that. So number 3 is the Charlotte Hornets, and they have them taking James Wiseman. And for me, if I'm Charlotte and Edwards and Ball are off the board, you have to go with a positional need, and that is center. As you guys know, they had Bismack Biyombo as their center, and I want to say Cody Zeller too. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't watch too many Hornets games, but I think it's Cody Zeller. I'm sure a Hornet fan can correct me if I'm wrong. But Wiseman to me makes a lot of sense. He's arguably the best center in this whole draft class. I know he did not play a whole bunch of games, but you're going to have a really big front court with PJ Washington and James Wiseman. I like this pick for the Charlotte Hornets. Number 4 is the Chicago Bulls, and it is Deni Avdija. Now, for me, I think this is probably one of the most consistent picks with all mock drafts. They have the Bulls either taking Okoro or Abdiya 4th. I think a small forward is a need they do need to address. When you're looking at a guy like Abdiya, he reminds me a lot of like a Danilo Gallinari and a Gordon Hayward type of player in the NBA. And I think you draft Abdiya, and the Bulls have a very nice young core, and I feel whatever coach they get, they could potentially be a sleeper playoff team in the Eastern Conference. Assuming they do not get injured, because as a Pistons fan, I understand your frustration. We had just as many injuries as you guys did last year. Number 5 is the Cleveland Cavaliers. I don't agree with this at all. Onyeka Okongwu. I think the only way the Cavs draft Okongwu is if they honestly believe Andre Drummond is not going to re-sign with them. Tristan Thompson is going to be a free agent. You still have Drummond for one more year. Not to mention you have Kevin Love in the front court. So this front court is going to be log jammed. So you're just going to draft Okongwu at 5 for him to maybe be in the rotation or just sit and watch. Don't really agree with that. I think they need to go after a wing, in my opinion. Maybe an Okoro. Maybe Abdiya falls in their lap at 5. I think that's more of a fit with the Cavs, in my opinion. Do not agree with Okongwu. 5th overall to the Cavs. Number 6, as you guys know, is the Atlanta Hawks. They have them taking Isaac Okoro. Like, again, I think that's a need for the Hawks. I mean, defensively, they weren't the best last year, and Okoro can fix that right away. For me, he's probably one of the best defensive small forwards in this entire draft class. Offensively, it's still a work in progress. He can finish at the rim though, so I will give him that. For a player comparison, I kind of see a little bit of Justice Winslow in his game. Some fans have said Jimmy Butler. I don't really see it, but hey, I could be wrong, and I will make a video if I am wrong about Okoro. Number 7, your Detroit Pistons, Obi Toppin. No. Obi Toppin, I have no problems with him as a prospect. Offensively, he's gifted. He's probably one of the better offensive prospects in this entire draft. But defensively, man, that's hard to watch. The Pistons front court is pretty log jammed. They have to resign Christian Wood, which I'm assuming they do. They still have Blake Griffin. It doesn't make much sense. I guess if they're going best player available, I guess, but you have to address your point guard needs. If Killian Hayes is still on the board, which he is, you take him. Don't like this pick for the Pistons. I think Toppin, for me, will fall in the draft. I just don't see the fit with the Pistons. Doesn't make much sense. Number 8, they have Tyrese Halliburton to the New York Knicks. This makes sense for the Knicks. They do need a point guard. Halliburton, to me, is the best shooting point guard in this entire draft. If you're looking for a shooting point guard and someone that's disruptive on the defensive end, Halliburton is your guy. Makes a lot of sense for the New York Knicks. Number 9, they have Killian Hayes going to the Washington Wizards. Now, Killian Hayes' stock has fallen a lot since the draft lottery, and for the Washington Wizards, you may be thinking, why would the Washington Wizards draft Killian Hayes? Well, you have John Wall, and you don't really know if he can give you a full season. He keeps getting injured, and Killian Hayes to me would be a good option for the Wizards, assuming he does fall to 9. You get a point guard of the future because John Wall's contract is atrocious. It's one of the biggest contracts in the NBA. He just can't stay healthy. Much like Blake Griffin, it's one of the bigger contracts in the NBA, and it's just players should not make that damn much money. Like, it's absurd how much money he makes. It's probably like 25% of their cap space just for one player. But I'm not gonna ramble on that, but I like the pick for Killian Hayes if he does fall to 9 for the Wizards. Number 10 is going to be Aaron Naismith to the Phoenix Suns. This is interesting. For me, I think Phoenix is probably going to go best player available at this point. Naismith is another wing, as you guys know. They drafted Mikal Bridges last year. I kind of like this pick for the Suns. I think at that point, you're going best player available. Try to get Devin Booker up some more defenders. A guy that can, hit some outside shots. I do like Naismith for the Suns. Number 11, Devin Vassell to the San Antonio Spurs. I said in a previous mock draft reaction, Devin Vassell to me just screams San Antonio. He's just kind of like a diamond in the rough, in my opinion, and San Antonio could really develop him into a two-way star, in my opinion. Their development is really good. I do like this pick for the San Antonio Spurs. Number 12, we have the Sacramento Kings, and they have them taking Saddiq Bey. Now, he is actually another small forward that I wouldn't say he's like overrated. I was actually having a discussion with a Kings fan over this, and they wanted a wing, but they did not want Saddiq Bey. They wanted Vassell, but in that instance, I feel like he's probably the best available small forward. And I want to say they have Harrison Barnes still under contract as their small forward. They still have Buddy Hield. You got to resign De'Aaron Fox. Bogdanovich, if you want to resign him, maybe you don't. Maybe it gets too expensive. He could be an option, and he could kind of fit into this role. So, you're probably going best player available with this 12th pick. And maybe you're kind of worried about Bogdanovich if he does not want to resign, or the contract just gets too big and you don't want to resign him. That is a possibility. Number 13, they have Patrick Williams to New Orleans Pelicans. I like it. For me, he's another diamond in the rough. Not a lot of people are talking about him, and I don't really know why. Maybe because he played at Florida State and they didn't get to watch a bunch of Florida State games. I like this guy a lot for the Pelicans, and they're going to add another really promising young piece in New Orleans. I like the pick. Number 14, they have Precious. I'm not even trying to pronounce his last name, but not really surprising. He falls to Boston with the 14th overall pick. I think Boston is still trying to find that center of the future. I know they have Daniel Tice. They drafted, I think, Robert Williamson is his last name. I'm not 100% sure. They're just trying to find that guy. Precious could be it. He is a very good center, and he's been actually going up on a lot of mocks that I've been seeing. I would not be surprised if Boston goes with, Precious as a center. But you guys, this was the end of this NBC Sports mock draft. Let me know what you guys think. If you're a Pistons fan, are you happy about Obi Toppin? If you're a T-Wolves fan, do you want LaMelo Ball? If you're a Golden State Warrior fan, do you want to keep the pick or draft Anthony Edwards? If you're a Knicks fan, do you like the Halliburton pick? Let me know down below in the comment section. Like always, I hope you guys are staying safe. Take care. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.